Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to Kevin Geary's fundraiser. Thank you all for coming. I know it's the holiday time and there's Christmas parties and people have other obligations, but we appreciate you taking the time to come out and support Kevin today. My name is John Zahm. I used to be your Kane County Regional School Board President between 2003 and 2008. I'm currently serving as Kevin's campaign manager. I'd like to start by introducing the elected officials and candidates that are here today. I'll read the names in the order that they sign in. First off, we have a candidate for the Sugar Grove Village Board, Stephanie Landor. Stephanie? We have a Sugar Grove Township trustee, also running for re-election, Scott Jessup. We have the new Sugar Grove Township Supervisor, Harold Davis. We have a member of the Sugar Grove Village Board, Trustee David Pollock. We have our Sugar Grove Township Assessor, Laura Ross. And we have our member of the Kane County Board representing this area, Melissa Taylor. I'd like to recognize the sponsors. There are some sheets on the table, but if you haven't had a chance to look at them. We have gold sponsors, Advanced Realty Consultants, Archangel Biorecovery, and Jim Purcell. And we have a bronze sponsor, a Family Pack. We also want to give special thanks to the Honorable Bill Keck. He's our retired Kane County Auditor. I'm going to say a few words about Bill. Bill served so honorably for 20 years as the Kane County Auditor, really the pride of Sugar Grove, lifelong resident. I had the chance to first meet Bill back in 1991. At that time, he was the Chief Deputy Auditor working under Geary Morrow at Kane County. So he had that CPA and that accounting experience at the county, and he ran in a difficult three-way Republican primary. But what he brought to the table, and I think what allowed people to want to vote for him, was he had that experience, in the office, and he had that reputation for integrity. And I think the voters made a wise choice then. And then subsequently re-electing him 5 times. I think he would have been re-elected a 6th time if he wanted to continue to serve. But he deserves a rest. He deserves a chance to spend time with family and community. And we're glad that in his retirement, one of the activities he's decided to do was come out today and support this event and introduce Kevin Geary. So I'll let Bill come up and introduce Kevin.
Thank you, John, for those prepared statements, which I gave you earlier. Kevin and I have been associated in the Lions Club for quite some time, over the past several years. He's done an outstanding job as a county board member. I'm sure his next step in his career, I'm sure is a big undertaking. And as a lifelong resident of Sugar Grove, I've been here well over 70 years. That with the growth, I think we need somebody to give us the impetus to proceed along a path of growth, reasonable growth, and realistic growth. And I think that probably the person is Kevin Geary. So without further ado, I introduce the next county board, village president, Kevin Geary.
20 years with Kane County. What a nice guy. First and foremost, thank you so very much for coming out tonight. As stated earlier, in the midst of the holidays, who would think that someone would do a fundraiser for a village president? I guess that would be me.
We know now.
My name's Kevin Geary. As I was talking this evening, there are 3 areas that are near and dear to my heart. But as I was talking to some of you this evening, someone had mentioned to me that this whole campaign can be summed up in one statement, and that's return to integrity. And that's what I would like to do, is bring back the integrity of this community. Talking about open and honest government, I believe that the government is about the people. It isn't about fulfilling some innate need for itself. It serves the public, it serves you, its residents. So I think that's paramount, number one. Number two, I think business, being business friendly. Most of us have or do run businesses in this town, and the word on the street is that Sugar Grove is not business friendly. Their permit processes are not easy. Their communication with the village is not easy. So I think that's an important element that needs to change here, and that is becoming business friendly. And then the third is we're a community of 9,000 people. And to have the size government that we have, it's almost as if it was serving the community at 20,000 people. So I think a smaller, more efficient, servient government is a good idea. So these are the three things that I see that are most important in our community. But one of the things that I would also urge is under the heading of communication. I would love to sit down with more residents, get them involved, hear what they have to say. This is your community. The village itself is an extension of what your needs are and what your desire is for this community. And the only way that can happen is by having you get involved and have a government that is willing to listen to you. So through my many different activities in town, I don't want to bore you with all the things, but corn boil is one of my most recent endeavors, and near and dear to my heart. I've been on that committee for probably close to 13 years. When my wife Lori and I first moved to town, we got involved with Little League, and I was an assistant coach and coached for many years. And it was at that time, as well as when Mallard Point was having some trouble, that citizens like you and friends encouraged me to get involved in village government, which I've been happy to do for 14 years, and would really like to have the honor to run this village on your behalf. So with that, I would say I'd like to be your candidate, and Merry Christmas, and enjoy the evening.
Couple other announcements. I'd like to recognize Dan Nagel for his 37 years of dedicated service to the township. I think we owe him a debt of thanks. On those two tables over there, we have silent auction items. It's all the same item. Let me describe it. This is a donation from Power Fights Gym. This is mixed martial arts. That's where a couple guys get in a cage and they fight. It's all legal. It's controlled and everything. But you may have family members, or you may have an interest in that. And it's this Saturday. The face value on the tickets is $30. I'd like to have a minimum bid of $15 per ticket. They were donated, so all the money that you give to the tickets will go to the Geary campaign. So please consider picking up some tickets before you go. You can get them in any quantity you really want. We have up to 24 available. But I think that's all. I did get a text from Tao Martinez. He's the president of the Archangels of Biorecovery. So I didn't get to introduce him, but if you see him walk in, he's a nice guy, and he's supporting the event too. So I think that's all I have. Let's enjoy the treats, and keep the doors open until at least 8 o'clock. So stay as long as you can.